I'm Bill Marcil Jr., publisher of the Forum of Fargo-Moorhead. I am the fifth generation of my family to be in this job, actually to be in this office. I've got a picture of my great-great-grandfather sitting right over here in the corner from 1925. And he's writing a letter, which I actually have the letter. And in the letter he's writing it to his brother. And it is saying, I just bought the Forum newspaper in Fargo, North Dakota, for $100,000, and I think it's a pretty good deal. I hope that Fargo will embrace my family into this community, and I hope that I can make it one of the best newspapers in the world. Long history of family. You can see him up on the wall. Great-great-grandfather, his wife, who was publisher for a period of time, her son, and my grandfather over here, then my father, and then me. Each one of them had a book about how to run the newspaper, and at this point a lot of my friends say to me, "What, are you crazy? You're in the newspaper business? Newspapers are dying." But I don't believe that. I think that we still have a long life ahead of us, and I'm writing a new book about how to make your newspaper survive. So we're doing that here at the Forum. I've got 3 kids. Isabel, my eldest, Zoe, my middleest, and Louisa, my youngest. A wife who's from Brazil, Chris Linares, you might know her. We did a project together. Look at that, handy dandy, beautiful women in North Dakota. Did that together, one of the more prouder moments of my life. Did that with my children in tow. Big one. When people come into the newspaper, they don't realize that 365 days a year, from start to finish, we build a brand new product every single day. And I think a lot of people kind of forget about that. They take it for granted when it shows up on their doorstep, or they pick it up at Stop and Go. But it is a clean sheet of paper every single day, and we start fresh in the morning, and by 12 o'clock at night, it's finished. I love almost all music. I've begun to appreciate country. My 15-year-old daughter has had me appreciate rap to some extent. I've been known to shake a little bit to Bieber. I've gotten to love the Bieber a little bit. But my love is probably alternative rock. It probably will be a printed newspaper in 10 years. After that, I'm not sure. It really depends. I think not so much about the public. It probably depends more on the newspaper companies. We have these huge machines called printing presses. They're monsters that eat paper and ink, and they're getting really expensive to run. I think that the deciding factor will be the publishing companies will at some point say, you know what, this is just too expensive, even if there is an audience. So I think that it will determine that more than the actual public.
Why did you decide to stay in the newspaper business?
Well, it excites me. First off, I guess I had a choice. I was general manager for a number of years, and I decided I didn't want to do that any longer, and left, started a film production company in Los Angeles. And for a number of years, as the publisher job opened up, I became enthralled with the idea of artistically producing a product that informs people. I am fascinated by that, by telling stories through words, pictures, and sound. For whatever reason, fascinated by it for years and years. And to be able to do that again on a 365-day basis, to me, is a lifelong dream. I love it. Just be honest about what I hope I've left behind. Truthfully, I hope that, being the 5th generation, I hope that I've left a company behind. My sister is also part owner of the Forum. She lives in upstate New York. She's got 2 kids. One of her sons is interested in the business. I've got 3 kids. The ownership ends up finally with my sister and myself. But I would like to pass it on to the next generation. So I hope that it's still here. I hope that somebody still is sitting in my office with my picture on the wall.